Hey guys, it's Rico4 here with something a little different to my normal videos. This is my guide to how to play Shaco, the Demon Jester. His passive is Backstab. Shaco deals 20% bonus damage when attacking an enemy from behind. This is useful for chasing enemies as they will have their back turned, proccing the passive every time he attacks. His first ability is Deceive. Shaco stealths and blinks to a target location. If he attacks while stealthed, his attack will crit for bonus damage. This is Shaco's main ability that allows him to gank so effectively. He is able to deceive out of the brush and position himself behind his target so he can proc his passive. His passive, coupled with the bonus damage from his deceive, makes him a great ganker with a high damage output early game. This ability can also be used as an escape tool. His next ability is Jack in the Box. This is his main ability that allows him to jungle effectively. Without it, he probably wouldn't be able to jungle at all. The boxes last for 90 seconds while stealthed, and when someone comes near them, they will fear them and attack them. Because of this, they make for excellent wards, but have bonus effects. For instance, if the enemy jungler would come to gank, but ran into a box, the enemy jungler would be feared, take damage, and alert the team to his presence. This would make the gank a fail attempt, and the jungler would take damage, making his jungle less safe. His next ability is to Shiv Poison. Shaco shivs passively at a poison that poisons his target, slowing them, and for minions adding a miss chance. He can throw his shivs to deal damage and add the poison. This allows him to jungle more effectively, with the miss chance making it so not all the attacks done by the neutral monsters deal damage, allowing a safer jungle. It is also a good tool for ganking, as the slow acts as a red buff, and the active can be used if the target is almost dead but may be flashed away. His ultimate is Hallucinate. Shaco creates a clone of himself which is able to attack enemies and turrets. The clone explodes on death, dealing damage in an AoE. This is useful for deceiving the enemy and making them attack it instead of you. This is useful in various situations. For example, if you're getting chased, you can go into a brush, use your hallucinate, send it one way, and run the other way. You could also use it, deceive so the enemy can't see you, send your clone somewhere else, and the enemy will think that the clone is you, that you just haven't used your ultimate. So those are his abilities. For masteries, I go 2109. Taking the increased spell penetration in offense to allow my boxes to deal extra damage while jungling, while taking all the other offensive masteries in the offensive tree. I take the increased experience and neutral buff duration in the utility tree, also taking improved ghost. For runes, I take 9 armor penetration marks, 9 armor seals, 9 mana per 5 per level glyphs, 2 health quintessences, and 1 armor penetration quintessence. I take the armor penetration resin quintessence because that, alongside with my masteries, gives me 24 armor penetration at level 1. This will cut through most champions' base armor and almost all jungle camps. For seals, I go armor as I want a safer jungle route, and also helps if you're ganked during your standard jungle path, as it allows you to start at almost any other camp. The health quintessences are for the same reason, but also help out in situations that would normally get you killed. I take the mana per 5 per level glyphs because if I am interrupted at my main start at red, it allows me to instantly transition to Golem, also known as blue buff. For summoner spells, I take Ghost and Smite. I take Ghost over Flash because if the enemy has more run speed, then Flash would allow me to get up to them so I can attack them, but after that they would just be able to get away. Taking Ghost allows me to constantly keep up with them, so I am able to constantly deal damage to them. I take Smite because as a jungler you should always take it. You'll need it in almost every situation you come across, whether you are stealing the enemy's buffs after they take its health down, securing your own buffs, or stealing and securing barons and dragons. I always start off with a cloth armor and 5 health potions. I try and get out of the summoner platform as quickly as possible, so I can have time to lay down my boxes. I head to the mini golems camp and place 2 boxes there. I then head to red and place 3 boxes. Anyone who is familiar with Shaco jungle paths and knows of what professionals do, this is from the path done by Reginald from Team Solo Mid. I smite the blue wraith, then head to the mini golems. I pull them out so they can get hit by my boxes. While walking back, I place another box for a double fear effect, and so I can do the camp quicker. When fearing the camps, stay behind your boxes so they will pull the aggro of the camps. I then put a point in 2 Shiv Poison and head to red, placing one more box with the rest, then pulling red to them. Smite is not required, as it is taken down very quickly. After clearing the mini lizards, I put another point in my boxes, then head off to finish off the wraith camp. If I am interrupted at red and my box is destroyed, I instantly transition to blue buff and start placing boxes there. Then I can work my way down the jungle, clearing all the camps. But back to my standard jungle. After red, I go to blue and take it down using boxes and smite. Then I have the wolves camp. After this, I hit level 4 and put a point in my deceive. My priority is now ganking. Depending on what side I start off on, I work my way through each lane, trying to get out as many as I can before recalling. When I recall, I try to have enough to get Madrid's razors, boots of speed, and some health potions, so when I have at least 1050 gold. For my item build, I try to turn the Madrid's razors into a Wriggles lantern as soon as possible. This is my first cool item on Shaco. After that, I normally build a Bloodthirster, then an Infinity Edge, picking up Berserker Greaves along the way to finish off the boots. After these core items, it is situational, dependent on the enemy team and how well you are going. If you are going extremely well, you may want to build a Glass Cannon, which is all-out damage. Items for this after his core build would be things like another Bloodthirster and a Phantom Dancer. If you are having a little bit of trouble and want to be more tanky, or if you are worried about the enemy, a Banshee's Veil or Thorn Mail with another offensive item such as another Bloodthirster is very possible. Shaco shines early to mid-game, so getting good damage items early on can make you push very far ahead, giving your team a high advantage. Thanks for watching this guide. I hope it helped. Rate, comment, favorite, subscribe, all that jazz, and leave a comment below on what champion guide you would want to see next. Now I leave you with a short montage of clips where Shaco can really shine.